Hi, this is Venkadeshan, Department of Chemistry, St. Joseph's College, Kadalur, Tamil Nadu. பிறர்க்கின்னா முற்பகல் செய்யின் தமக்கின்னா பிற்பகல் தாமே வரும் திருக்குறள். Hi dear students, now we are going to see about an important topic in coordination chemistry, that is Argel diagram. It is in simplest representation of ground and excited state of the same multiplicity. It is an very simplified form, because previously we are having only the correlation diagram, but for the Argel diagram it is in a very simplest, and you can easily understand the spin multiplicity and ground and excited state of the D term symbols. It's representing ground and excited state of the same multiplicity, because for the different spin multiplicity we are not taken here, only we are taking that ground and excited state of same spin multiplicity. Energy of state as a function of field strength, only that field strength we have taken as an functions. Third one, excited states multiplicity different from the ground state are omitted. So that means if you are having two different spin multiplicity, we are not taken here, we are taking only the ground and excited state as having same spin multiplicity. And main thing is it consider only the weak field cases only, that is we only having that high spin complex, so here consider only weak field cases only here. Next very important thing is, for drawing the Argel diagram we need to know about the Mulliken symbols for the terms. For the S term it is A1G, that is in unidirectional. For the P term T1G, D EG plus T2G, F A2G, T1G, T2G, G A1G, EG, T1G, T2G, and so for H. Before drawing the Argel diagram, you have to know about the term symbol. How to find out the term symbol, what is the term, what are the formulas. For this we are already discussed in my previous video how to find out the term symbol for the DN configurations. And also I was given as a shortcut to find out the Argel diagram, find out the term symbol for D1 to D9 system. Here I mention as for the D1, D2, D3, D4, D6, D7, D8, D9, just to write as D, F, F, D. Here you have to invert same as a D, F, F, D. See the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, but here it is inverted. Sorry, 2, 4, this is one is 3. Now here it is an inverted one. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is an 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. And see that these are all the term for all the D configurations. For the D1, D2. For the D2 configuration, F3. For D3, F4, D4, D5. So by knowing the L values, and you can find out the terms, just to see that. And for the term of D, we know that D orbital having 5 set of orbitals. When in the presence of the ligands, the D orbitals are split up into two categories, one is T2G and EG. So in the Mulliken symbol we are also shown that for the D term, that is equal to T2G and EG. Why I am representing this way means, because for up to some D configuration it is T2G to EG, but the same will be reverted for some other D configuration. For example, D1 to D4 it's in same means, for the D6 to D9 it inverted. That is why I have taken the inverted form. Let's see about in the octahedral form. So this one is in D1 and D6 configuration of only the octahedral field. So T2G EG, because here we are having only one transition from T2G to EG. So this is for D1 and D6 configuration, because D1 and D6 we are having D2. And the same for that, for the D1 it is an invert of D9, because D1 and D9 having the, by using the Hol's formulation you can write as D1 as D9, but it is an inverted form. So that is why the D9 and D4 are inverted. Whatever the things I taken for octahedral in D1 and D6, that is inverted for D9 and D4. Both are octahedral complex. By combining these two we are getting this diagram. So previously we had seen only D1, D6, D9, D4 for octahedral. By combining we are getting as this type of configuration. So this is for only the octahedral field. The next one is tetrahedral field. For the tetrahedral field you have to omit the G term. By omitting the G term you can write the tetrahedral terms. So that is T2 and E. This is for D9 and D4 configuration. And for D1 then D6 the configuration is invert, because for D9 it is invert of D1. So it is an E and T2. By combining these two arcal diagram you can write as this like. For the D1, D6 that is E and T2G. For D9 and D4 it is T2 here, E here. Here there is no term of G, because there is tetrahedral, there is no center of symmetry here. So that is why you have to omit the G term. By combining all those things, tetrahedral and octahedral, we are getting as complete set of octahedral arcal diagram for D1 D6, D4 and D9 configurations. So this is only for D1, D6, D9 and D4 configuration of tetrahedral and octahedral field. So whatever here D1 and D6 are in octahedral, but it is an invert of tetrahedral. So in bracket I mentioned as only as T2 and E, that is for tetrahedral, T2G and EG for octahedral. So whatever the tetrahedral field here D9 and D4, this is an invert of D9 and D4 of octahedral field. So this is the complete representation of the arcal diagram for tetrahedral and octahedral field of terms D1, D9, D6 and D4. Thank you.